But I mean, you know, if you guys think we're it, then, you know, so be it. But we're not it. There's somebody who came in there and who did this.
That would speed us up.
See, you know, yeah. But I'm going through that problem again. That you keep saying you Rob or your roommates. You keep saying that, and I mean, usually when we have people in here and we talk to them, and even if there are other people around, witnesses, a lot of them don't say what the other person is not capable of doing. A lot of them just say, look, I didn't kill anybody.
That's okay, I understand that may be how it normally works. No person in that house, not me, Victor, or Dylan, so much as touched Robert. When Robert came in my house tonight, I hugged him hello. He is one of my oldest, best friends. And I know Victor and Dylan, you know, as well as anybody could know a human being. They didn't do this.
You're talking like you all talked about it. See what I'm saying? See, you saying...
We did talk about it right in front of everybody. We came downstairs, we sat on the couch, and we said, what the hell happened? This isn't our lives. Like, this is bizarre. This is like something out of some bad dream. This doesn't happen to people. Your friend from college, you know, doesn't wake up dead.
Joe,
you know, that just doesn't happen.
Joe, did you see your roommate around the body at all?
Who?
The guy, what's your
Dylan.
roommate name? Dylan?
Or Victor?
If Dylan's the one that was with you?
No, that's Victor.
Dylan's downstairs.
That's Victor, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Victor around the body at all?
No, we came down together.
Yes or no?
But who came in? You.
I went first. He was right behind me.
Okay, so he did not get close to the body.
I don't think he ever touched it. I mean, he freaked out. He started screaming and, you know, shaking his hands. He was horrified.
So did you see Dylan around the body?
No, he didn't get anywhere close to Robert.
Okay, but then how do you know that they didn't touch the body?
Because from the minute we found Robert until the minute the you know, ambulance people were there, I was kneeling next to him.
Well, let me ask you this. Between the time you heard the chime and you heard the grunt and you went downstairs, where was Dylan?
I assume in his room.
What?
Okay. I don't know. I don't have a video camera, but...
You don't know.
But why on earth would Dylan do that?
Who cares? I don't need to know. I don't give a shit why. I don't care at all why. I just want to know, did he do it? Could he have done it?
No way.
No, you don't know that. Why are you saying that?
Because it'd be like, you know, I don't know. You must have some friend that you know really well that you would say that's never going to happen.
I see it every day.
There's no reason. There's no reason.
Don't need one. Suppose he was... Okay, I'll give you one right now. I'll give you one right now.
Okay.
And you know it. You're making me say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know the reason.
I don't know it.
I got 3 homosexuals in a house,
Mm-hmm.
and I got 1 straight guy. What's he doing over there? What is he doing over there? I think we're all drinking wine. You know what's going to happen tonight? You're coming to Jesus tonight. That's what's going on.
That's fascinating and insulting and offensive.
Here we go.
In every
That's why you're making me say it.
But you know what? That's not what happened. Robert's happily married. I do know that.
No, but Dylan's not happily married, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're upstairs with Victor.
Yeah.
And he's downstairs with Robert.
He wasn't down. He wasn't down there with Robert.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I do know.
No, you don't, because you're upstairs and you can't say.
I can't.
You wanna, but you don't know.
That's just not even possible. It's not possible.
The only way you know that is if you were downstairs. That's the only way you know it's not possible.
Yeah. Other than that,
Or
I
you
know
did
there's
it.
2 people.
Or you did.
Or I did it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which makes lots of sense.
That's the only way that you know. That's why you keep getting me confused when you keep saying these 2 guys ain't do it, that you're never saying yourself.
I don't even think of it as a possibility, and that it didn't happen that way.
If I'm sitting here talking to you, and I'm giving you advice that you may be a suspect, you're going to sit here and tell me that you're not going to say you didn't do it?
I already said I didn't do it, but...
You didn't say you didn't do it until I brought it out of you.
You know what? Okay, you got me. I would have to be the dumbest person alive. You know, honest to God.
The dumbest person alive for what?
If I had some bizarre reason that I wanted to kill Robert, I mean, what, you know, I went, is the theory I went downstairs, you know, with Dylan and Victor at home.
No, listen to what your theory is. Listen to your theory. A person comes in, gets a knife, tiptoes upstairs, boom, boom, boom.
I think
Tiptoes,
I think
runs
somebody
downstairs
came in
and out
our house
to kill
looking
him.
to steal something.
But they didn't steal
You had a
anything.
computer-
You don't have to
you had
go
a
upstairs
computer
to
right
steal
downstairs.
anything.
You know what? They went into a room that's on the front of the house, probably thinking, oh, there's nobody here, whatever. You know, they're going to check the place out, find what they want, and
That's
they
not how it works.
they get surprised. They run into somebody who's sleeping on the pull-out
I was in
sofa.
the I did burglaries for a while. You want me to tell you what a burglary normally do?
No, I don't.
When they see
I have
somebody,
interviewed
they
burglars
go
too.
out.
You know what burglars normally do? They normally start from the bottom floor first, and they pack everything in a bag, and they sit it by the door. Then they work their way up. They don't go canvass the house first. That's not what they do.
As soon as they find somebody, they run.
As soon as they find somebody, they run, and you know what? The bag is right by the door, so they can take the bag and run with it.
And they ain't gonna leave no knife behind.
And they ain't gonna leave no knife behind. That's what burglars do. They don't go canvass through the whole house first. They don't go walking upstairs and see if there's anybody home. If they downstairs on the first floor and there's no signs of anybody down there, that's where they're gonna
And
stop.
you know what's gonna happen here? And one of you three did this, and the other two is gonna figure that out.
We didn't do it.
Yeah,
My God.
yeah.
It's the most crazy thing I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
okay. Well, you watch and see what goes on. One of you all did.
We didn't. We didn't.
Well, and that one's gonna start to work, and you're gonna see it. Or if it's you, they're gonna see it.
That's fine. You know what? We didn't
You think
do it.
it's fine? It
No,
ain't
I'm
gonna
telling
get fine.
you,
It's gonna get
we
ugly.
didn't do it.
You don't know.
Okay. So where do we stand with you guys? Can we leave? Can we not leave? Do we need to call the lawyer now? I mean,
If you think you did it,
I didn't
you might
do it.
wanna
I
call
told the other guy who was in here, you know, it's not even a possibility. And I understand the whole game, but I also want to go
Well,
see Robert's
we're not
wife.
playing the game.
I don't mean that. I mean you guys are trying to do your jobs. You're trying to, like, you know, get one of us to reveal the, you know, fact or the screw up or whatever. But we didn't
let's
do
go
it.
back. Let's go back to this time. 'Cause this is something that I need to talk to you about. Because
Well, I'm gonna call it the time.
11:43, yeah, you do that. Because 11:43, you saying that. Which one was it? Was it Dylan or was it Victor to talk to him?
911. It was Victor.
Victor. Victor talked to him. You said that Victor asked the lady what time it was. It was 11:43.
Yeah.
But
He didn't tell me that right that second. Later, he said.
no. Let's stick with what you said first, because you
That
never
is
said
what I
anything
said.
about
You
later.
know what? This is getting old fast. I told you what happened. We did not do this. It didn't happen that
Okay,
way.
you never said anything about he told you that later. You said he told you that right away, is what you said.
No. He asked on the phone, what time is it? Because I was yelling for an ambulance, and it seemed like it was taking forever. We were sitting downstairs in the living room, and at that point, he said, you know, they said it was 11:43. He may have even said that to one of the police officers who was there asking questions. I don't know, but that's how I heard it.
So, 11:43. The call didn't come in, the 911 call didn't come in till 12:02.
Okay, and then there's something goofy there, but you guys will be able to figure it out by looking at our phone when we made that phone call.
Your cell phone?
No, it was the home phone.
Where did you make the call at? Which phone?
I didn't make the call, Victor did.
Which phone did you use?
The phone upstairs,
Which floor?
the third floor.
The third floor?
Mhm.
And on the third floor, what did he say on the third floor?
I don't know. He got the phone, made the call. When he came back down the stairs, he was already on the phone with 911.
Is there a phone on the second floor?
There was a phone.
Is there a phone in the room where the body was in?
Yes. Yeah. Like the pull-out beds in front of the door. There's a desk, and then there's another desk and the phone.
So,
He was hysterical. He was screaming. I grabbed him and I told him, go call 911. And he ran up the stairs.
Why did he just use the phone?
Because he was hysterical, because there was someone bleeding, laying on our couch, and it is this bizarre to us as, you know, if a rocket landed on our house.
Back up. Laying on your couch?
Yeah, it's a pull-out couch. It pulls out into a bed.
So he goes upstairs and he calls 911 when there's a phone in the victim's room.
Yeah, he was out in the hall hysterical, and I grabbed him and told him, go upstairs. I don't know if I said go upstairs. I said, go call 911. I literally had him by the shoulders and was shaking him to try to get him to, like, snap out of it.
When you was sleeping, did you, and you woke up, you said you woke up and Victor was asleep,
I believe he was asleep.
right?
Mhm.
You said he was asleep.
No, I said I believe he was asleep. I wouldn't know.
Let's go on the assumption that you believe he was asleep.
Uh-huh.
At what point did you realize he was awake?
When we were, like, getting out of bed, running downstairs.
So you didn't realize he was awake when you first heard the charm, and then you sat there for a while because you said it was
That's
quiet.
right. It was quiet.
And you didn't realize he was awake at all. He didn't.
No, when I heard the running, yelling, whatever, I think he heard that too. I think that woke him up, and we both got up.
The running and the yelling?
I said
you didn't hear any
grunting
running.
and yelling. No, I never.
Grunting.
I did not hear any running.
So you said grunting.
I said grunting and yelling.
And first I asked you, did you hear anybody scream?
I
You
did.
said no.
Yeah, because when we were first talking, not just you and I, but everybody, we said yelling. To clarify, I said it wasn't really people yelling words like "what the fuck" or anything like that. It was grunts. It was not. They weren't words. It was just sounds. So I said grunting.
But, you know, it's hard for me to not be able to distinguish between grunting and yelling.
Okay.
It's hard for me to not even to know that.
Okay.
Joe, come on, man.
I don't know what to tell you. I know you guys think
The
that
truth.
one of the three of us did it.
The truth.
I've told you the truth. This is exactly what happened. It's not going to change. You guys can keep us here for 3 years.
What exactly happened?
What I've told you what exactly happened. That's all I know. I don't know anymore. I know that you guys will find, I hope you find, prints on the door handle or the glass or the wall
What is the person going to tell us?
that there was somebody in our house.
So we might have let the person in.
Maybe. But we didn't.
The only thing the person going to say is that there's at one point that person touched your doorknob. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only thing the person's going to tell us.
Well, I hope that there's a print on the knife and a print on the doorknob, and that, you know, then you guys check the phone records and stuff. You'll see we made these calls, and we did. You check Robert's wife. She tells you he was spending the night at our house. I'll get you my emails.
When we process the knife for DNA, say your DNA is the only DNA that's on that knife.
Okay.
What would you do then? I mean, what would you think?
I don't know. I don't know how the whole DNA thing works, but it's a kitchen knife in our house. You know, I use it, Victor uses it, Dylan
Right, but
uses
you're
it.
saying that somebody else used it.
Yes, someone else did.
That person's DNA would be on that knife, because when you holding that knife like this, and you going down in somebody's chest, you're applying more pressure, more skin cell, more oil.
Then you were going to
on
find
that
somebody
knife.
else's DNA on that.
So
knife.
you're going to find something.
Okay, good.
So,
you will.
So,
unless they're wearing a glove.
So
you'll
what
find
happens
DNA.
if I find just your DNA on that knife?
It's not possible, because unless the person had a glove on, and you know better than me
That's
what that would
not
work.
listen to what I'm asking. I'm asking you, what happened if I just find your DNA on that knife?
I don't know. If it's possible for my DNA to get on it, for me picking it up, then you would find my DNA on it.
Right. So therefore, because it is kind of possible for it to be on there if you're just picking it up.
Okay.
So if I find your DNA on there and your DNA is all over that knife,
But it's not. If you can't get it on there from just picking up the knife, then you won't find it. I mean, you know, I don't know what else to tell you. I went to lunch with the guy's wife, you know. I've known him literally since he was like 18 years old. Slept on my floor in college, you know. I know his brother, I know his mom and dad. You know, for God's sakes, we were talking about business that we were planning. You know, I mean.
You said that you and him was supposed to have gone out one day last week, you, him, and his wife?
Yeah, Kathy and I and Robert all emailed to try to have lunch together because she got a job right across the street from where I work. Robert was close by. We were all going to meet for lunch, and he couldn't make it, so we went to the Daily Grill.
He went where?
We went to the Daily Grill.
Who, you and his wife?
Mm-hmm.
And what did y'all do?
We just had lunch, talked about her job, talked about my job, nothing special.
And when you finally talked to Rob, what did Rob say to you about why he couldn't make it?
He had a meeting or something.
He had a meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Did he tell you what his meeting was at?
No. I think Kathy told me that he had a meeting.
Okay, no, was it Kathy or was it Rob?
I think it was Kathy.
But you said it was Rob. I asked you, when you found
it might have been
Rob,
him too, yeah.
What did Rob tell you? You said Rob told you that he had a meeting.
He may have, yeah.
So,
they
now
both
you're
probably
saying that
said it.
Kathy, so
one or the other said it, or both. I don't know. It's, you know, it's not an important fact that I would
when was this?
commit to memory. It was last week.
What
I think
day?
it was last Monday.
Last Monday.
I think so. It's on my calendar if I can look, I can tell you right now.
Won't you look and see what date that is?
No, I don't see it on here. I may not have put it on here. It was the last minute thing.
You said you didn't put it on.
I may not have.
Because you were pretty sure that you did earlier.
Yeah, it's my calendar. I use it a lot, so it would not be crazy that I would have done that. But I think, you know, there are emails that you guys can see that will show you this. I mean, I was emailing with her the morning of saying, oh, you know, could you do lunch today?
Joe, tell me this, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
How did the blood get on the towel?
I took the towel and applied it to Robert's chest.
You did?
Yeah.
So how much blood is on that towel?
I don't know.
Did you get any on you?
I did get a little bit on my hand.
On your hand?
Yeah.
Where?
It was on my finger.
What finger went to that?
This finger.
Which one is?
Middle finger.
Point to it. The middle finger?
Mm-hmm.
It was on that finger?
Yeah.
Where is it at now?
I assume I washed it off. I went to the bathroom 2 or 3 times.
Okay, I don't want you to assume anymore because this just happened. Okay, so you should know if you wash your hand or you didn't. Don't assume anymore. Okay, don't assume anymore.
Let's not make it hostile. I've told you everything.
Okay, because you're assuming everything I'm talking to. You're assuming everything.
No.
Okay,
no.
You wash your hands, right?
I did 3 times.
Why did you wash your hands 3 times?
I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but we're talking about you didn't go to the bathroom this time.
I've been to the bathroom here 3 times.
No. So you're saying that the blood that you had on your hand, you washed it off here?
Yeah.
In the precinct?
Yes.
You didn't wash it off at your house?
No, I don't think I even noticed it was on my hand until I was in the car at the 7-Eleven with your officer on our way over here, and I was standing, you know, waiting there, and I saw it on my hand.
And you just kindly washed it off here?
I didn't purposely go to the bathroom and wash my hand. I didn't even think about it. I went to the bathroom and I washed my hands 3 times. It's not on my fingernail anymore. I assume that's what happened, is that it got washed off when I washed my hands.
So how did it get on your hand if you was using a towel?
I picked up the knife, I lifted up Robert's shirt, I checked Robert for a pulse. At any one of those moments that could have happened.
Where'd you check for a pulse now?
I checked, I think, both wrists, and I tried to check his neck.
So he didn't have any blood on his neck, right?
Not to my knowledge.
And he didn't have any on his wrist, right?
No.
There wasn't blood on the knife. There's blood on the blade, but it's not on the handle.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So where else could you have got this blood on your
On
hand?
his t-shirt. I lifted up his shirt to see the wounds, and there was blood everywhere.
But it's not going to be on the finger that you said the blood was on, lifting up his t-shirt.
Okay.
So the only person that Robert knew in that house was you.
He
Right?
knew all of us.
How long did he know Ben?
I don't know when they first met.
But they met through you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure Victor went to the wedding with me. That may have been the first time.
And what was that?
2002 maybe? I don't know.
How long did he know?
I don't know when they first met, but it's been a couple of years.
Did they know that he was coming over tonight?
Yeah. Victor didn't know until we were making out the bed, because Victor was in Denver, and he wasn't supposed to get home until very late, so I just never talked to him about it. Dylan knew.
Was Robert drinking with y'all that night?
No, we had already finished dinner. When he got there, it was, we'd already basically all gone to bed. We were just waiting on him to get there.
Why didn't Rob just... Why didn't he just go home?
I don't know. I just think he thought it was a long drive out. I don't know. Nobody on earth will wish more that he did. I honestly have no idea why. But, you can ask Kathy. You can look at my emails. I mean, this it's crystal clear.
Yeah, but that's not going to tell us nothing. The only thing that's going to tell us is that he talked to Kathy and told his wife that he was going over your house to spend the night.
Yeah. And why? That he was doing the CLE and then doing that, and that.
Well, you see, that's the thing. I mean, why not do that early in the morning when you get to work?
What do you mean? See the people that he was saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have this right, because my recollection is from like 2 emails that Robert wrote, and one of them he was saying, I got the time wrong, but I think he said that he was meeting the people that worked from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. That's what I think. And I know he said the CLE was over at 9, he was going to go back to the office, see the folks, and you can verify that too, obviously, because he did that.
And how long you know Rob?
Since he was a senior in high school.
Where was you in high school at?
Somewhere in New York. He went to a private school, I think, in New York.
Where did you go to school at?
High school?
Yeah.
I went to high school in Cape Cod. My parents were both Navy. We were stationed there. Robert and his family were on a tour with me. I was a college tour guide at William & Mary, and
so
they were on my tour.
Since you know Rob, have Rob ever done this before?
Done what?
Spent the night over your house?
He may have stayed with us when we lived on Capitol Hill. That's definitely possible. I can't remember to be certain, but I certainly saw him when we lived on the hill.
But has he ever slept over?
At our house? He had never slept over at this house.
No. From the time that you know him,
Has he ever slept
over your house?
Yeah, a couple of times. Once, Robert was after he got admitted to William & Mary, he came back for like a special program for Monroe scholars. He was a, academic scholarship program. I was his host, his student host, just randomly. It just turned out that, that they were on my tour, and then I ended up being his host. And he, slept on the floor of my dorm room. And then I went to law school at UVA. He interviewed at UVA. He came to UVA and interviewed. And when he did, he stayed at my place. Those are the two times I'm certain, that he spent the night. Beyond that, I don't know.
So you can say that you have a very, very close relationship with Rob, right?
Yes.
Close friend.
Yes.
You like him?
He was a good friend of mine.
Do you like him?
Is that a gay thing question?
Right.
No. Robert's straight. Robert's always been straight.
Yeah,
he's not even close to being gay.
Okay, I know what he ain't.
Yeah.
But do you like him?
I actually am not attracted to Robert, but it's not even an issue. It's like a completely inappropriate, I think, consideration. But
why would you think that? Why would you think that an inappropriate?
It just
question?
seems strange to me.
Why? Because
I'm gay, I might have been attracted to Robert. I mean, that's the.
You've been around him since high school.
Yeah.
You've been around him. You stay in touch with him. He's sleeping with you, not with you, but he's sleeping at your house. You see him at William and Mary. You still have, close friends connection with him.
Mm-hmm.
He email you email him.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go to dinner with him the other day, so that's why I asked you, do you like him?
Yeah, no, no.
You never had
Nope.
any type of feelings for Rob?
None other than the kind of feelings you would have for a very good friend. Yeah, no. Not attracted to him. Never haven't been. And I don't have any doubts Robert was, straight as the day is long. That's it.
So why do you stay in touch with him then?
Why do you stay in touch with your friends? I mean, he was my friend.
Honestly, man, I don't really stay in touch with too many of my high school friends like that.
He wasn't my high school friend. I was a senior in college when he was a freshman in college. Robert was on my tour. His parents.
You said earlier that you've known him since high school.
I said I knew him since he was a high school student.
Senior in high school.
Yeah, he was a senior in high school with his mom and dad
so you know him.
on my tour.
Right, so
I met him
in
then.
high school.
Yeah.
Okay, now, but you just said college, so I just want to get that straight. You said college.
I thought you were saying I met him in high school. I didn't.
No.
Okay. Yeah, he was a freshman when I was a senior. I was the student body president. Robert got very involved with student government. He was one of my, appointed officers. We have another very close friend, Lisa, who, we became very, very close in college, the three of us. And, we've always kept up with each other.
And you never had any type of feelings for him?
No, none. Even if I had, I'm not sure what difference it would make, but I don't find Robert physically attractive.
Did he find you attractive?
No, as I told you, unless Robert had a secret life I didn't know about, very straight, very happily married, not the kind of guy who, I don't think Robert cussed, so, I mean, Robert was a very, he's, like something out of a TV show. I mean, the guy did no wrong. He was the most earnest, hardworking, good-natured person. Yeah.
Did Dylan have any?
No, definitely not. No.
How you know?
I know Dylan. I know Robert was not his cup of tea.
Why?
It's probably like your friends, like what, ex-guy likes this type of woman or that type of woman,
I mean, because I'm just saying, did he ever tell you that, in order for me to know that somebody didn't like anybody,
but,
they would tell me that they didn't like something. They would say, well, nah, I don't like the person.
It never came up.
Right. So how do you know that he didn't like
I assume he didn't find Robert attractive, based on what I know about Dylan's tastes.
What is Dylan's taste?
I would say me.
What about Vic?
Yeah, Victor too.
No. Did Vic, like Robert, did Vic have any feelings or any type of relationship with Robert?
No. No, I mean, they were friends. You know, when Robert's wife just had her hips replaced, we all went out there with, you know, books and movies for her. You know, like I said, I think Victor went with me to the wedding. You know, we went to their house for dinner, you know.
Did Victor ever have feelings for him or any type of relationship?
No.
How you know?
I know Victor, you know. It's not even a possibility. Just like this whole thing is not a possibility. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, someone came in our house and did this.
But you didn't hear anything, so you don't know who came. So you can't say somebody came in your house.
I know, and there's no point in like recovering all that, you know.
Right, exactly.
But, yeah.
Exactly. Because you have yet to give me any type of indication other than the door was open and you heard...
I heard the chime.
The charm. Other than that, that's not an indication that somebody came in and did bodily harm to him. That's not. That just shows that somebody.
The chime, I think, for me, that's proof that someone came in our house.
I mean, it was supposedly could have been also proof that one of y'all went there and opened the door.
We could have, but we didn't. Victor and I were in bed. Dylan was in bed.
How do you know Dylan was in bed?
I saw him come out of his room. I mean, the guy looked like he had just woken up.
No. When you was upstairs and you heard it,
yeah,
you didn't see Victor.
Dylan.
With Dylan, you didn't see Dylan. So how did you know Dylan didn't go downstairs and open the door?
I don't know that he didn't do that. But I know there's no reason on earth that either him or Victor would do any such thing. They couldn't do it. They're not violent people. They're not even close to violent people. It's
Are you?
No. My God, no. Are you kidding me? My gay brother beat the shit out of me, you know, for however many years. I mean, it was an ongoing family. My younger gay brother, mind you. No, I'm not violent. No. It is as much a mystery to me as it may be to you guys, but you got the wrong three people here. You know, we didn't do it. We would never do it. You know, it's not even a possibility.
How do you think his wife's gonna feel once we explain all this to her?
Horrified. I mean, how would she feel? I can't begin to imagine. I've been sitting in here while you guys were gone thinking like, you know, what you know, how, what on earth? It's absolutely unbelievable.
You believe in God?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't go to church every Sunday, but yeah, I believe in God.
I'm gonna throw this out at you. And I'm not saying that you did do it. Okay? I'm just gonna throw it out at you. And I want you to give me some feedback. Okay?
Okay.
Say you did. Okay?
That's your hypothetical.
And for some reason, you and Vic and you and Dylan got together and talked about what y'all was going to say, what y'all was going to do when the cops come. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think it's fair on your part that if we find out, which we probably will, that you murdered Robert, do you think it's right for you to bring Victor and Dylan into this accessory?
I didn't do it, and they
No.
That's the end of
I
the
just
story.
want the feedback.
There isn't any feedback. We did not do it. We could say that one more time or 100 more times. That's all. We didn't do it. I found Robert laying on my couch. It is as bizarre to me as if I found a hippo in my house. It is absolutely unbelievable, and nobody did it.
Was Robert ever downstairs in the kitchen?
Yeah.
At what point?
When he came in, he came in the front door. We said hello. Went over. We had a glass of water. Talked a little bit. He told me about the CLE. I asked him, why are you visiting these people at night? It seems funny, you're the general counsel, like what's the connection? Like why would you be meeting the guys at night? He told me the thing about, the last guy got booted for, a variety of reasons, one of which was, he said exactly, he did not communicate with the peons. Although Robert would be the first person on earth to say he was a peon. And I joked with him and said, did you bring him some Krispy Kreme donuts? And he said no, but he had brought some other shift, I guess their air conditioner broke down, ice cream.
Was Robert stabbed on the floor downstairs?
No, absolutely not. No.
You sure?
I'm positive. We found him laying, on the bed, not moving. I mean, his eyes rolled back in his head. Yeah. As far as I know, that's where he was stabbed. There was a lot of blood on the bed. Like I told you, I really believe someone jumped the fence.
What do you mean, as far as you know, that's where he was stabbed? Either you know or you don't.
No, you guys told me before, don't assume this and that, don't say stuff I don't know. That's what I believe, that he was stabbed there. He was laying there, the cover was pulled back, That's what I believe.
And you heard nobody running down the stairs.
I didn't.
You heard nobody running out the back door.
No.
You heard nothing.
No. I didn't hear anybody running. I did not hear another chime, like if somebody had closed the door. If you come in and you open the door, it chimes. When you close it, it doesn't make any more noise. But if you'd open it again, it would make the same noise. I didn't hear that. And I saw the gate was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask me, sure, if I was just sitting here and you asked me, this having never happened, what would you expect if somebody came in your house, stabbed someone? Frankly, I would think I would have heard yelling. I would hear that person running down the steps, and I would certainly hear a door, but I wouldn't think it would be closed.
And people that we talked to would have certainly saw him running out of your backyard, out of your back door, into your backyard, and scaling over that fence.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you what happens in my neighbor's backyard.
Well, I'm telling you, we interviewed.
Okay, I know, but I mean,
a couple of your neighbors who was out, happened to be up at the time that you saying all this took place, and no one saw nobody come out of that alley.
Okay.
No one saw nobody come out of your back door, and no one saw nobody jump over that fence.
Okay.
No one.
All right. I mean, but unless they were watching it the whole time.
Yeah. They were sitting. One was out back, and one was in the window.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I walked out back myself, so if they didn't say that they saw me, then they weren't paying too much attention.
That's not what I asked them. I asked them, did they see anybody come running out that back door and scaling over the fence?
Okay.
They said no, they didn't see nobody.
Okay.
In fact, they said they haven't seen anybody in that backyard all night.
Well, they're wrong. In fact, we were in the backyard grilling. The damn grill caught on fire.
All night. We're not talking about during the daytime or during the evening.
That's this night, tonight.
We're talking about around 11:30 to 12 o'clock. Around that time,
Okay.
you saying that somebody ran out the back door of your house.
My best guess is it was sometime between 11:10 and 11:43, unless the person on the 911 call was messed up or Victor was messed up. But the phone records will show you that.
Yeah, and my sergeant's going to call and find out the exact time. Because I got this from the officer. I asked the officer what time did she get to run, and she told me she got it at 12:02.
Okay.
And like you said, it could be a mistake.
I'm not at all worried about that because you guys will get our phone records. The phone itself tells you the time of the call, so you will find out exactly when we made that call.
But you know what that means. If for some reason we get your phone records and your cell phone says that
it's not my cell phone.
Well, your home phone. Well, you know that we're not going to be able to get that from your home phone.
Sure, you can.
We get the time that you call 911 though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, we get that.
Right.
Now, what happens if you say that you called at 12 something?
Then they got the time wrong.
Oh, they got the time wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't on the phone when Victor asked her and she or he said what the time was, but...
Let me explain something to you, Joe. I've been doing this for 18 years,
Mhm.
and I have yet to see a 911 call get the time wrong.
Okay. Then fine. Then he heard it wrong. I don't know, but...
No, he didn't hear it wrong.
You'll see that.
He didn't hear it wrong because he told you 11:43, and if for some reason when he told you 11:43, and then the person on the other end of the phone would have heard that, and if that person heard that, you would think that person would. He didn't
tell me the time at that moment. He asked what the time was. Later, we're downstairs, we're sitting on the couch, you know, the police are asking us all kinds of things about when did this happen, when did that happen, and either I asked him what time did they say it was, or someone else did, but he said, as I remember it, 11:43. That's it. But it doesn't matter. You guys are going to see our phone records. You'll see when we called.
Wait, you said earlier that your friend asked the 911 caller what time it was. That's what you said.
Yeah, he did.
And you said you were standing right there beside him when he asked him.
No, I was kneeling by Robert the whole time.
Right, but
he was standing there. I couldn't hear anything the 911 person was saying.
Yeah, but you said we're not talking about the 911 person. We're talking about Victor. You said that Victor right there, standing right there beside you. You said you heard Victor ask the 911 caller what time it was, and he said 9:43.
No, I didn't say that. He never said what the person said while it was happening. That didn't happen. I couldn't hear anything that the person was saying on the phone, and he didn't say anything to me other than that they're saying apply pressure. You know, that was all. The whole time thing came up downstairs. We're sitting there,
Who
and he
told
said
you
something.
to apply pressure?
Victor.
And Victor said he got that from the 911
Yes.
call?
Yes. I know you guys will get the tape. You'll see it all. That's exactly what happened.
Well, I'm just curious. Did you tell the 911 caller that your friend was stabbed in the chest?
I wasn't on the phone. I don't know what Victor said.
Did you tell Victor? Somebody had to say something.
Yeah, I don't know what he said. He ran upstairs, called. He was already on the phone when he came down, you know. And at that point, I was saying like, we need an ambulance right now. You know, that's it. I don't know what he said to him when he was upstairs.
And then at what point did they say he applied pressure?
He walked over and handed me a towel and said, they're saying apply direct pressure. And, you know, I did. That was it.
Did we forget anything, man?
No, I think we covered it all. But I would like to see both of them. I don't know where you guys stand with things, but, you know, I think I would like to see them. You guys want to have someone sit there and listen to us, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me.